Welcome back. So apparently, Sweden, land of IKEA, ABBA, and neutrality, also invented a food that smells like a corpse threw up on another corpse. Yeah, I'll let that sink in for a second. Imagine a wealthy, clean, ultra-organized country, recycling, electric cars, free healthcare, and somewhere in a kitchen, a bulging can of surströmming sitting there like a ticking time bomb from hell. You've seen the videos. Someone cracks open a can, and within 3 seconds, everyone within 10 meters is either gagging, running, or reconsidering their entire life choices. People literally vomit on camera. Not acting, not overreacting. Actual, real, projectile vomit. Congrats, Sweden, you did that. Now, scientists say the smell is a mix of sulfur and acids. So basically, rotten eggs plus open sewer plus spoiled food plus a dumpster in July. But here's the kicker, the smell sticks. It doesn't leave. It clings to your curtains, your hoodie, your cat. Open it in your living room. That room is gone. You have to move. Hotels in Northern Europe hate this stuff more than cigarette smokers. And airlines? Many of them flat out ban it because if that can explode mid-flight, imagine being on a 10-hour flight and suddenly the cabin smells like a morgue. That's how you get an emergency landing in Greenland. But here's the part everyone gets wrong. Surströmming isn't an accident. It's not a can of spoiled fish someone forgot in the basement for 3 years. No, no, no. This is deliberate, centuries old, traditional. They choose to do this repeatedly. So why? Let's start with the science of suffering. Light version. Inside that little metal can, something magical happens. They take Baltic herring, throw in just a tiny bit of salt, not enough to stop bacteria, but just enough to stop the dangerous bacteria. Then they wait. The bacteria eat the fish. Produce gas. Smell. Pain. The can bulges like it's about to confess a crime. And that bulging, that's actually the sign of a good batch. Yes, really. In surströmming world, about to explode equals bon appetite. Okay, funny aside, this dish exists for a grim reason. Back in the 16th century, Sweden had a salt crisis. War plus taxes made salt super expensive. Normal people couldn't afford to preserve fish properly, so they used less salt. The fish fermented. It stank, but it didn't rot, and it kept them alive during winter when the sea froze over. So yeah, what started as starvation prevention somehow became a cultural icon. You laugh at the smell, but your ancestors would have eaten it without crying. Now here's where it gets juicy. The internet shows you some idiot opening a can indoors, sticking their nose directly into it, then eating the fermented fish plain on dry bread. Of course they throw up. That's like drinking fish sauce from the bottle and blaming the sauce. Real Swedes, they open the can outdoors, sometimes underwater. Yes, really. So the gas doesn't explode in their face. Then they put it on thin bread with potatoes, red onion, sour cream, herbs. It's basically a stinky taco. They don't eat this every day. It's a seasonal thing. Late summer. Beer. Friends. Fresh air. A social event where the main activity is tolerating a fish together. That's not insanity. That's team building. And let's be honest for a second, every culture has that one food. France has cheese that smells like feet. Japan has sticky, slimy natto. Iceland has shark that's been buried for months. Southeast Asia has durian, a fruit banned from hotels that smells like rotten onions, but tastes like heaven. Now imagine a tourist comes to your house, smells your mom's cooking, and dramatically throws up on your floor. You'd be offended, right? Same energy. So no, surströmming isn't a prank. It's not a meme. It's survival, community, and a giant middle finger to modern food safety standards. Swedes aren't eating it to go viral. They're eating it because their great-grandpa survived winter on that stuff. And now it's tradition. Social media turned it into a horror legend. But behind the vomit compilations is a story of resilience, cold winters, and people who refuse to let a little smell ruin their afternoon. So, would I try it? Maybe. Outdoors, with beer, and a clear escape route. Thanks for watching. Don't open the can inside, and definitely not on a plane.